So then year 4, lesson 17, we're going to go for another mental maths test today. So you've got 12 questions, same as before, 10 to 15 seconds on each question. You're not going to have much time, obviously, to do workings out. So if you need to write down a couple of key pieces of information, that's fine. But you're not going to have time to do calculations and things like that, all right? Got to use these mental math skills. And if you haven't finished a question and I move on with me. All right, so we're going to start in 10 seconds. So get your pencil or pen ready. So question 1, write in figures the number 5,136. Write in figures the number 5,136. Question 2, add together 24 and 17. Add together 24 and 17. Question 3, simplify the fraction 12 over 24. Simplify the fraction 12 over 24. Question 4 is simplify the fraction 4 over 12. Simplify the fraction 4 over 12. Question 5, subtract 90 minutes from 2 hours. Subtract 90 minutes from 2 hours. Question 6, what is 40 multiplied by 6? What is 40 multiplied by 6? Question 7, what is 80 multiplied by 4? What is 80 multiplied by 4? Question 8, what is 24 multiplied by 5? What is 24 multiplied by 5? Question 9 is write down the fraction 3/5. Write down the fraction 3/5. Question 10. Think about your 6 times table, all right? Your multiplication table for 6s. I'll tell you the answer and you write down the question. So if I told you the answer was 60, you'd write down 10 multiplied by 6. All right, so question 10 is the answer is 36. What's the question? The answer is 36. What's the question? Okay, this time the answer, still your 6 times table, but the answer is 48. So question 11, the answer is 48. What's the question? And your last question, I'd like you to split £5.54 equally between 2 people. Okay, so split £5.54 equally between 2 people. And that's your last question. We're going to go through the answers in 15 seconds. Okay, question 1. I asked you to write down this number in figures: 5,136. Question 2. Add in 24 and 17 together. Gave you 41. Question 3. I asked you to simplify 12 over 24. 12 is half of 24. So to simplify it, you should have got 1/2. Question 4, I then asked you to simplify 4/12. So you should have thought, what number goes into 12 and 4? It's 4. How many 4s are there in 12? There's 3. And how many 4s in 4? There's 1. So simplifying 4/12 becomes 1/3. Question 5, subtract 90 minutes from 2 hours. You need to convert 2 hours into minutes, which is 120. And then subtract 90 from it. So the answer is 30 minutes. Question 6. 40 multiplied by 6. Well, 4 6s are 24, and I need to make my answer 10 times bigger. Question 7. 80 multiplied by 4. Again, I know that 8 4s are 32, and again, I need to make my answer 10 times bigger, because 80 is 10 times bigger than 8. Okay, 24 multiplied by 5. In my head, I did 20 times 5, which is 100. And then 4 multiplied by 5 is 20. Add those together, and I get 120. It's the easiest way to have done that. Write down the fraction 3/5. Should have looked like that. Question 10. If the answer is 36, the question is 6 multiplied by 6. Question 11. The answer is 48. So my question is 8 multiplied by 6. And then the last one, you needed to split £5.54 equally between 2 people. So I was asking you, really, wasn't I, to divide this amount by 2. So really quickly in my head, I did, well, half of £5 is £2.50. Half of 50p is 25p. And half of 4p is 2p. So if I add those together, I get £2.77. Some of those were quite tricky, all right? So I would say anything 9 and above is a really good score. So 9, 10, 11 or 12 out of 12 is a really good score. So well done for having a go at your